You ever notice how your opinion of something can just flip in a second? Not because the thing itself changed, but just because of what you saw right before it? Well, there's this powerful, kind of hidden force at play, shaping your reality all the time. It's called the contrast effect, and honestly, understanding it is the key to seeing the world a whole lot more clearly. So let's get into it.
Okay, so picture this. You're trying to make a choice, right? And you see one option, just one. You're looking at it, judging it all by itself, and it seems fine, Nothing special, just okay.
But then, a second option shows up, and it's placed right there, next to the first one. And just like that, everything changes. Your whole perception just shifts. All of a sudden, that second option feels way better or maybe way worse. So what happened? Nothing about the option itself changed. What changed was the comparison. So this whole thing has a name, of course. It's called the contrast effect. And it's basically this core cognitive bias that explains why we almost never see things in a vacuum. We're always judging them based on whatever we saw just a moment before. What's really happening here is that your brain is kind of turning up the volume on the differences between two things when you see them back to back. So instead of judging something on its own, for what it is, we judge it based on the contrast. Context, as it turns out, is pretty much everything. And hey, this isn't just some weird, obscure psychological quirk, okay? This is happening all around you, every single day. It's influencing your decisions about money, about talent, even about the people you meet. Let's look at 3 classic examples of how this plays out. First up, let's talk price and value. This one is a classic. A realtor, for instance, might show you this really overpriced, kind of rundown house first. You walk through and you're thinking, no way. Then they take you to the second house. It's still a little overpriced, but compared to that first disaster, wow, it suddenly feels like an amazing deal. Your perception of its value got totally anchored by that first crummy house. It's a setup. It works for performance and skill, too. Just think about a talent show, right? An absolutely incredible singer goes first and just blows everyone away. Now, the person who has to follow them, even if they're actually pretty good, they're probably going to get judged way more harshly. Their performance just feels weaker, all because of the order. That first act set this ridiculously high bar for comparison. And get this, it even messes with how we see other people. Let's say you're talking to someone who is just super charismatic, the life of the party. Well, the very next person you talk to might seem really shy or reserved just by comparison, even if, on any other day, you'd think they were perfectly normal. We're not judging them for who they are, we're judging them based on how different they feel from the person we just met. So you might be wondering, why is our brain even wired like this? Is it some kind of bug in our thinking? Well, not exactly. It's more like an evolutionary shortcut. Think of it as a feature that's designed for speed and efficiency, not for perfect 100% accuracy. I mean, think about it. Judging every single thing from scratch with a totally blank slate, that would be exhausting. Our brains are just not built for that kind of heavy lifting. So instead, we use comparison as a handy mental shortcut. It lets us make these really fast, good enough decisions using whatever we just saw as a starting point. It's a super efficient system, well, most of the time. But, and this is a big but, here's the problem. While that shortcut is super efficient, it can also be really, really misleading. When comparison takes over, our objective judgment just kind of goes out the window. And that can lead us to make some pretty serious mistakes. Yeah, this effect can trick you into overpaying for things, underestimating real talent, and making totally unfair judgments about people. And that leads us to the real danger here. It can be used against you. By carefully controlling the order of what you see, someone can literally manipulate your perception, and you might not even have a clue it's happening. Okay, but the good news is, once you're aware of this bias, you can actually do something about it. You can fight back. It's all about consciously shifting your brain out of that comparison mode and back into a more objective way of thinking. So let's go through a few steps to help you take back control. All right, step 1, try to judge things on their own. If you're comparing two things, look at one, then literally take a break. Walk away before you look at the other. Step 2, use objective criteria. Before you even start looking, decide what makes a good car or a fair price for you. Lock that in first. Step 3, just give it time. That first impression you get, it might be totally warped by the contrast effect, so come back to the decision later with fresh eyes. And finally, step 4, always ask yourself, is the order I'm saying this in messing with my judgment? Really, this is the key takeaway. What we feel in the moment, it feels so real, so absolute. But so often, it's just an echo of a recent comparison. Our reality is being quietly reshaped by context all the time. So remember this. Thinking clearly means understanding that while a clever comparison can change how you feel about something's value, it can't ever change what it actually is. So the next time you get that sudden, strong gut feeling about an option, just pause and ask yourself, am I seeing this for what it is, or am I just falling for the contrast?